So it's just 1 month ago when CNN Plus just launched. And now, because of the Warner Brothers Discovery merger, plans have changed. There's now a new corporate strategy to just completely shut down CNN Plus just 1 month after it was officially launched. And yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but kind of bad and unfortunate. But I mean, uh, corporate changes regarding the front office, with David Zaslav. He's now going to be the new CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery. From the start, he didn't like the decision by the former CEO of Warner Media, Jason Kilar, who owned AT&T at the time, to launch CNN Plus just before the merger was finally going to be complete. So that's just among one of the reasons why it happened, despite maybe some people were going to be subscribed. I know there is some data from an article I found, but it is going to be shut down as of April 30. So for those that are using it, it's still available, but when it's April 30, that's it. It's going to be one of the first moves Warner Bros. Discovery has made since the merger. So CNN Plus will be shut down, despite how ambitious the move may be. And the decision really is just supposedly in line with the company's broader direct to consumer strategy. So I think like the corporate strategy, the kind of having a change and have the direction because they want to go in a new direction, or yeah. And especially since like there's already a competitive market of like TV news streaming wars that already there, like MSNBC, for example, having something of their own for Peacock. And it's too bad because it seemed like there was going to be some shows, some talented programs going to be in development that could have been launched. But they're an important factor. I should say that the employees that were going to work on this have been notified, but they are going to be paid for the next 90 days and will have be opportunities to explore other ventures, other job opportunities since it's going to be shut down. So at least there might be some way to compensate for this loss, despite the timing. It's too bad for employees that were working on CNN Plus that now have to find something else to do, but at least there's going to be a way for that to work. Let's see as well. I think as well, like, sorry, there might have been like 100,000 to 150,000 subscribed in the first few weeks. Yeah. And there are going to be like programs and shows like Five Things and Reliable Source Daily as well. And some familiar names like probably Chris Wallace. Actually, no, Chris Wallace went from CNN to Fox News Channel. But I know this has nothing to do with him, but um, let's see. Yeah, I think like ABC News and NBC News, they took like some notable names like Allison Roman and Scott Galloway as well. But as for one of the main reasons why there was a change in direction, I think it had to do with, for obviously, like, it's just 1 month, but it didn't really get off the ground in a competitive streaming market with other news TV programs. Not exactly an enthusiastic consumer reaction as well in this strategy. So now they have to shift to something different, shut it down, put their resources into something else that they can do together, especially with the amazing channels they still have, whether it's just a Discovery Channel, Discovery Science, and so forth. And although I see those channels from time to time, but like me personally, I'm a fan of them. They're just interesting. You kind of learn something about like factories producing different products and manufacturing cars and all that good stuff. So I just hope like there's more of a creative way for like educational purposes, because like when you really think about it, like today's generation, especially for kids, like it's easy to get distracted by our mobile phones, and to invest more in getting more people, even young adults or older adults, having more interesting programs on TV on something, whether it's just like science or technology or have more stories on more ambitious figures that are making a difference, and what kind of innovations that they can do, that they can bring. I just think that'll be really good. So I think they're going to be whereas there should be more creative ways, and kind of having more educational TV, and at the same time like something kind of entertainment. Like it needs to be entertaining enough for us not to be bored. You know what I mean? Because like yeah, I mean like, it's easy even for me to have like a shorter attention span and like get distracted by the phones and just scroll through short videos or photos and all that stuff. So, but with that aside, I just think, you know, if it's not going to work, best to just shut it down and help employees find something new, something different, find different ventures. But this may be a blessing in disguise, as it may help them, spread their resources into something that may be more useful and more importantly, more fruitful.